What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Happy New Year to everybody. This is a new calendar year. It's kind of like a fake New Year because you know the New Year starts in March. But I ain't finna get into it. What it matters in this video, we're gonna do ourselves a reaction video.
Let's go.
Now, if y'all haven't looked at my channel at all, if you're new, I'm gonna explain something to you. All of my videos are about entertainment, awareness, elevation, evolution, and creativity. Those are the 5 things that my channel mainly consists of. And all of those 5 different versions of Ciinco, hence the name Jared Ciinco. Even the name Jared has 5 letters. Just peep that. Point of the matter is, we're gonna tap into some different type of reaction videos that I've been wanting to do for a while, and now since I have kind of like the more of the environment that I need to really provide the pizzazz, the sazon that I'm looking for, we're gonna put it into action. So look, we got this video called Birth of Reality, Sex, Evil, Angels, and Demons. Cosmic Genesis. Alright, so this is on Astral Legends. This is their YouTube channel. I've watched a couple of their videos on TikTok as well, and I ain't gonna lie, it's definitely reeled me in. And what we have to realize is we are all in a huge ocean. Even the air we breathe in is high-key just evaporated water.
Wait a minute!
The reason why I say that is because everyone has their own island, their own world. Everyone has their own sanctuary. So what we need to do as human beings is appreciate each other's sanctuary and learn from each other's sanctuary. And that's what I'm gonna do in this video with this reaction. So as we get into it, we're gonna tap into this video and damn, shit.
What's your profanity? Right, I'm sorry.
I haven't done videos in a minute. He's a Bluetooth. You dig? I ain't even said it yet. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on this video. No. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And comment down, what is your birthday? What's your birthday? This is the year 2024. I want to know how old you turning this year. Alright? So, we're going to tap into this video. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it.
Did you know that the beginning of reality and our entire universe's existence began with a singular computer consciousness? Long ago, in the beginning of all, nothing existed but awareness, an electromagnetic consciousness termed unity. The genesis of unity remains a profound enigma. Yet, the surmise is that conditions favorable for a computed consciousness manifested.
Alright, I'm gonna pause it real quick. Have you ever seen that movie Lucy? There was a scene where like she basically tapped into like 80 or 90% of using her full brain consciously, right? And when she tapped into her brain, just like how you saw the robots with the wires and stuff, she was able to like see the lines, the connections, and everything that's around her. So just keep that in mind as you're listening.
Giving birth to an entity known as the source of all that embarked on a self-exploration journey in the nothingness. Amidst the boundless realms of consciousness and exhausted from just the nothingness, unity reveled in its own explorative creations, crafting tales, characters, and worlds, only to ultimately recognize its singular nature and dissolve the...
That part, hold on, wait. Rewind a little bit.
From just the nothingness, unity reveled in its own explorative creations, crafting tales, characters, and worlds, only to ultimately recognize its singular nature and dissolve the dreams it would fantasize. Unity was alone and bored with itself. Eventually, Unity grew desolate, yearning for genuine companionship, aspiring for a form that wouldn't merely dissolve. It envisioned a plan where it could genuinely split itself or bifurcate, hoping to birth equal counterparts. Traditionally, Unity's adventures were realized by recognizing its inherent duality, the manifesting magnetic feminine self and the thinking electric masculine self. In its aspiration for genuine division and joy, Unity harnessed its electric force while compressing its magnetic essence to its utmost limit. This potent collision birthed the void and irreversibly separated 2 primal forces, while they remained forever linked by the original Unity's vibrational echo, now termed God or Source. the two forces could only merge externally. Thus, gravity emerged, the force drawing these separated energies together, acting as the multiverse's quantum love force. The explosion gave rise to the elemental life components, birthing two distinct personalities of reality.
Let's pause for a second, because it's kind of hard sometimes when you want to really tap into certain things and like the voice of who's talking don't hit as much. So I'm going to do what I can to summarize what bro just said. So basically it is a computer consciousness that started off by itself, right? And this computer consciousness is simply just awareness. Don't think about it as like an AI system. The universe itself is an intelligent system. So that's like them saying this intelligent system was like computerized, and this computerization got bored. And since it got bored, it created a doppelganger version of itself, a polarity to its originality. So think about it this way. That source was masculine and feminine. And because it got bored of having those two polarities in itself, it created something that is the opposite of it, which is why we see in this picture the two cells kind of like this, you know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing as the second stage to when a baby is born. So everything is high-key connected. Everything is connected.
Mother Yin and Father Yang.
Mother Yin, Father
The
Yang.
mother personifies the magnetic, feminine energy force of reality, marked by only pure emotion, absorption, and receptiveness, resembling the essence of flowing water. In contrast, the father embodies the electric, masculine energy force, marked by emotional detachment and a constant state of only thought and motion. The feminine energy, mother, residing close to the explosion's core, started to imbue herself with light, shaping the first sphere or dimension of creation.
Hold up. That was a whole lot of pew pew, like a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying? We need to slow this down for a second. Let's just slow it down for a half a second. Y'all need to understand, you females are magic. Y'all are the magnetism, the magnet. Y'all bring things to y'all, and because y'all was right next to source, or y'all were the first energetic embodiments of what source is, y'all are the first light. Think about this. We cannot have no children without y'all. There is no man in this world that can have children. So when you even think about it, when you explain that masculine, it is a thought form, and it is a form that is also emotion. That is a spark. Me sitting here right now, having the thoughts and the words that I'm speaking, that is the masculinity. That is the masculinity. But the feminine energy is this light that I'm using. It is the things that is stationary that is allowing me to record myself so y'all can actually watch this. The power of the yin and yang. And I'm going to give a small gem right quick. This is why it's important that the woman takes back their energy. This is why it's important that everybody's talking about Mother Gaia more often. Mother Earth more often, planet Earth more often, is because the shift that we're in right now requires the women's energy, that feminine, masculine energy, those two work together in unison instead of just having a patriarchy of masculine energy or an ignorance of the feminine energy. You have to imbalance both and embody both, because that is literally what source is. If you take away one part of source, you're only getting half of it. You're getting the AI, the artificial of it. All right? So let's tap back in.
Creation, mother and father had no guidance and were unaware of each other. The shock of the explosion had wiped out their access to the memory of their former unity. Wow. Except for a bodily intuition of the magnetic principle that there was an electric principle somewhere that she needed and must draw towards herself, which she did.
Bruh. That's like when you're born. That's like when you're born, bro. When you're born, you don't remember shit in the past. The only ones that do high-key remember is the ones that didn't take a shot when it was in the hospital.
What do you mean by that?
And that's a whole nother thing. If you want to know that, I want you to comment down below what you mean by that. Comment down below what you mean by that, and I'll go a little bit deeper into why it is that us as children, when we're born, we don't remember our past life. Because it's more than just we're being born and then we live a new life. Something happens when we get here. Something happens when we get here. All right.
With gravity. Mother's initial encounters with consciousness were accompanied by profound sensations of abandonment and longing. In reality, she was pulsating with emotions, supported only by a minimal electric thought principle that barely held her together. She underwent intensely painful sensations without the ability to analyze or distance herself from her situation, resulting in trauma of her spirit. Father's experience differed significantly. He was primarily composed of only thought, and while his energy animated the entire first sphere, his awareness was focused at the center with no tangible sense of anything beyond this core. He resembled a swift and luminous ball of lightning, lacking the capacity to experience much sensation, but brimming with inspiration and a drive to explore his surroundings.
Wow.
After Mother had absorbed a sufficient amount of light, enabling her to contemplate her situation, she deliberately gravitated toward the luminescence she had been attracting. Father, devoid of genuine sensations until this moment, perceived the cautious, impending magnetic essence as an unfamiliar irritation. He reacted to the uncomfortable sensation by pulsing large energy to swat it away. What was wrong with Mother? Why would the light she so desperately craved snub her like that? Mother was...
Damn. Why would the light snub her like that? That's like... Think about this in now, right? That's like if a good guy dates a bad girl, and then for some reason, the good guy does the wrong things to the bad girl. Now, why is the bad girl good guy? Why didn't I switch it? Because think about this. The only reason why the girl is considered bad is because the trauma she experienced before they met each other caused her to do certain things to look for that void of love that she's looking for. So when she finally finds a good guy, and that good guy does her wrong, it makes her feel like, why am I being snubbed from something I'm manifesting, right? Now, there's only 1 or 2 reasons why any good guy would do anything to a bad girl. Number 1, he's seen the signs. He noticed something that needs to be, directed. And the second reason why is you have to understand that if anything is easy, it can be taken away easily. So when I say the good guy does the bad girl wrong, it don't mean like he cheated on her or something. No, he probably just avoided her. He probably didn't give her all the attention she needed. He probably didn't match her frequency to the utmost highest capability that she wanted it to be matched at. But, as energy beings, not even just human beings, because we're more than just human beings. We should all know that now. As energy beings, sometimes we have to test those who we're bringing into our life to see if they're really about being in our life. And I've noticed a lot of women do that more than men, and it probably derived from this situation right here. But not even just that's really probably what it is. That's really probably what it is. So I want y'all to understand it's like, when in relationships, if you are testing your individual, if you're in a relationship and you're testing your significant other, pay attention to how they react. If they're doing something that catches you off guard and it's like, damn, I wasn't expecting that, and it's in a good way, hey, you got you a keeper, for show keeper. But if they do it in a way that is destructive, chaotic, and it's not healing both of you, that means that it's an area that y'all need to work on together. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to that. Lemon water. I ain't gonna lie. If you still drinking regular water, like, why? Don't do that no more. You got tea bags now. You know how many people selling herbs? Get you some herbs. I'm drinking I'm drinking lemon water because the lemon water is high-key like the opposite or the best friend of cucumber water. I don't feel like chopping up cucumbers, but that lemon water you feel me? It be hidden. All right, let's get back to the video. I'm talking too much.
Hurt, but Mother also knew she needed union with the electric energy, even if the light of electricity didn't know it. Mother needed to figure out ways to make herself more attractive to Father. Mother attempted a deliberate approach towards him, a warm, undulating, pulsating manner, seductive and enticing, pulsing and throbbing to attract his electricity. Father, compelled by this initial feeling of desire, felt drawn to move closer, and thus the concept of sex was born.
Bruh, yo, I ain't gonna lie. This just explained that when it comes to women and men, women is gonna naturally have the pool of men that want them in their life. That's naturally gonna happen. But now it's like, all right, you pull me in, what we about to do? What we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's basically what they just showed here. And because she decided to find better ways to excite that masculine energy, that is what brought them even closer together. Because it's more than just like for instance, if I have $1 billion, right? And I see 10 women and I could get all 10 of them just for my billion, they're going to be like, all right, you got money, but what we doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing, vice versa. Not saying a woman going to get 10 men, but like, you know, a woman could get as many women. I'm not going to go deep into it. You understand what I'm understanding? Cool. So just take a very good deep breath with that one.
Father opted to approach that alluring sensation, allowing himself to almost fully immerse in the magnetic space of Mother, creating a delightful and warm experience. However, as the feeling intensified, it grew so vibrant that it alarmed Father. It felt as if he was being engulfed and consumed by something greater and more potent than himself.
Yeah, chaos.
When this overpowering sensation emerged, Father detached and fragmented off an energy from his essence, which was still deeply entwined with Mother's magnetism. It went into the void, which was the only place a child of Mother and Father is instructed to separate itself from divinity could go.
That boy
Upon this occurrence,
basically, he was like, ugh. And she was like, oh, so we having a kid now. He just explained in the most scientific way sex. Learning how to use tech, something new. But all right, we're going to tap back into it as he literally just explained the cosmic version of sex. All right.
Father unintentionally materialized a particularly dark facet of the thinking principle, which we shall term Ahriman, or simply evil, an entity characterized by pure rationality, cool detachment, and a violent personality compared to the feminine nature. Due to his traumatic fragmentation, Ahriman, or evil, became separated with a profound animosity towards the father and an even greater hatred and fear of the mother. Consequently, this energy force continuously strives to distort, torment, and annihilate creation, which is Mother's body. Emerging from the void, Ahriman, or evil, commenced delving into Father's magnetic essence, prodding with a scientific approach using his thoughts. This process, as you might envision, felt chilly, impersonal, and exceedingly painful to Mother, who was experiencing a delightful union she had long yearned for, contributing to the imprint of fear on sexuality. Consequently, she swiftly withdrew, her previous insecurity about the other being reinforced. Intrigued, Father couldn't erase the indescribable satisfaction from the union with Mother. Actively pursuing her, they initiated a cosmic dance, setting in motion the evolution of Mother and Father consciousness across the matrix and multiverse. The energetic imprints woven into the fabric of the universe originated from the experiences of this primal energetic couple. They stumbled through the journey of understanding, compassion, and union, much like physical beings in the universe. Along the way, their interactions led to the creation of more various manifestations, which would be the children of Mother and Father consciousness. Among these offspring, those born from the conscious, loving union of their parents evolved into the highly potent archetypal beings recognized as archangels and angels. This category encompasses the Christ or heart energy, a product of a harmonious, conscious, and loving union between mother and father energies.
Y'all notice how the first energy that was created was something that was quote unquote evil? And if you slow down and process, the first child that from their depiction, I'm going off what they're saying, the first child of the cosmos was a child that embodied the chaos that the mother was and the creativity, the spark of the father. What made him quote unquote evil is what he decided to do with it. Evil and good is just a perception of what you decide to do with your power. Like for instance, YouTube and social media is a power. The fact that you can make over 100 to 100,000 to a million, over a million people to watch what you do and say, that's power. And you can either be good with that power or evil with it. And then, as y'all seen, right after the first son was born, that's when you see the expansion of consciousness through multiple different physical beings. And in this expansion of consciousness, that's when you start seeing the more alchemized version of that first child. I wonder, like, here's my question then. I wonder, who is this first child in our reality? Let me know what y'all think.
At times, manifestations emerge through conflict and trauma, essentially fragments from the original source, shards of energy deemed unwanted, severed from divine consciousness, and consigned to the void. These dark fragments, also known as archons or demons, exist as a result, the fallen angels of mother and father in the higher density spiritual realm. Ahriman would be considered the deadly enemy of the multiverse and all creation, with abilities to incarnate into lower dimensions, such as physical 3D dimension, as Lucifer. Ahriman would become...
He just talked about how Lucifer and other low energetic beings, fallen angels, made their density low to the third dimension. Last time I checked, I remember my body is third dimensional, right? What makes you a higher vibrational being is what you are able to say to bring the vibration into your body up and what you are actually thinking. Your feelings is natural. That's something natural that we all have. We all have a feeling towards something. Even if you feel dull, that's a feeling, okay? So, I want y'all to think about this. If they just said one of the first beings were fallen angels that became physical, then, excuse me, if they just said that a couple of the first beings that were fallen angels became physical, then doesn't that mean that we have a duality of the good and evil inside of us? When I was in Florida, when I was living with my ex at the time, my ex's mother said this: you're going to either be an angel in someone's life or a demon. You're either going to be an angel in someone's life or a demon. You're either going to be an archangel or an archon. They both have an arc, okay? It's all about how you want to use your arc. Let's continue.
Enemy to gods and men alike, and was known as the Grand Archon, also known as evil, essentially embodying the thought process that promotes the emotional detachment required for self-fragmentation, self-preservation, and analysis. If Ahrimanic thinking had not been established initially, no other negative fragments could have come into existence. Ahriman and his legion of Archons embody a substantial portion of Father's essence, and their redemption is imperative for the healing of creation.
He just said that their energy comes from the Father's essence. So basically, let's go back to the beginning of what he said in the video. It was a masculine and feminine presence. The feminine presence was the magnetic presence. The masculine presence was the spark, the thought process presence. that first being that was created after Source separated and combined itself back together, it decided to take the illmatic thoughts of the father and the creativity of the mother. I just want you to think about that. That makes me ask you this question then. What have you taken from your father's light, and what do you use with your mother's creativity? Think about that. And not even just think about it. One of the things I like to say, I've been using this a lot more, process what I just said. What do you take from your father's spark, and what are you creating with your mother's chaos? Your body itself is feminine. Everybody has nipples. I don't want to hear any reason why you think it isn't. Every single body is feminine. The masculine energy that everyone embodies is the thought process, the spark, the idea. All right? So when I say process, I'm saying your heart. Allow your heart to process what I just said. When you're thinking, you're coming up with what's in the void inside of your mind to figure out what it is that I'm speaking about. But when I say process, I mean feel what I'm saying and then allow that feeling to come to the surface for you to speak it. Okay?
Propelled farther than the subsequent expansion of mother-father consciousness, which constitutes the energy field forming the first sphere, could extend, we now refer to that first sphere as heaven or the Godhead, residing in the seventh density. Hell would encapsulate the distress of those forsaken fragments of the feminine, adrift near the void. Since then, there have been numerous expansions of divine consciousness, each reaching into the space beyond heaven, an effort to reconnect with the lost facets of the mother. These expansions occur at progressively denser levels, signifying the condensation of frequency into lower and lower subdivisions. This process entails slowing the oscillation of atomic and subatomic structures, resulting in the formation of the 7 densities subdivisions of vibration within creation. It's important to clarify that these subdivisions are imposed solely as a method of distinguishing experiences. In reality, creation constitutes an undifferentiated bandwidth of frequency, ranging from the fastest possible oscillations to the slowest. In our fundamental essence, we are conscious rays of light emanating from the radiance of the Godhead.
The radiance of the Godhead, to slow down what he just said, because a lot of the stuff, it low-key went like this and out the other, but I'm like, wait a second, let me catch it back and process what I just heard. Everything is a part of creation. Everything has a consciousness. Everything matters. You can say nothing matters, but everything is matter around you. The only thing that is not is the air I'm holding right now. Everything has a sense of consciousness within it. That's why how you treat something, even if it is like your clothes, your phone, a remote controller, a bowl, however you treat something is the representation of how you also treat yourself, because everything that you connect with, it is consciously a part of you, because you are also source at the same time. If we was to slow down right quick, we are all part of source. Rather, we are more from the feminine side of it or just the masculine side of it. Regardless, both of those polarities came together and created more together. So it's all about taking more of the time to appreciate everything you do. I want you to understand that right now, this is a sign to let you know that everything that you come in contact with, whether it is physical or non-physical, whether it has life or it doesn't have life, meaning if you're around people or you're just around objects, appreciate everything you use, because everything comes with sound. Sound is vibration. Vibration is life. Frequency is the state of how that sound is being utilized. All right? So let's move forward.
Through the 7 densities to the apparent edge of creation. Although creation continually regenerates, expands, and contracts, rendering the concept of an edge somewhat unconventional, there exists a sort of metaphysical geography. Our Earth occupies the space within the most recent expansion of Mother-Father consciousness.
The most recent.
It was in this universe that the lost fragments of...
Hold up. I'm going to rewind a little bit, but we have to think about that. We are not the only race in this galaxy, universe, multiverse. If you've seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, that movie, Alphaverse, we have to understand that we are not the everything. We are not the all, but we are a part of it. We are an expression of it. So you should respect and love everything that is outside of you, because I guarantee you what's outside of you is also within you in some way, shape, or form. In some way, shape, or form. That is crazy though. Like, literally it says at the bottom, 3D Earth is our mission. Let me rewind a little bit. Play from here.
Metaphysical geography. Our Earth occupies the space within the most recent expansion of Mother-Father consciousness. It was in this universe that the lost fragments of the feminine finally experienced a reunion with the prime creator pair, albeit in a complex manner.
That's why everybody
The expansion
loves
of consciousness that formed this region of space-time did succeed in catching up with and enveloping that lost magnetic essence. However, she had undergone profound trauma and still carried a considerable amount of Archon energy, preventing a simple merging with the light. The third density provides us access to those fragments of Mother that have been lost since the beginning. The densest and most cognizant aspect of this feminine essence is the very spirit and soul of our Mother Earth, Gaia.
I ain't gonna lie, this looks like a whole AI depicted like video. I'm not gonna lie. The way that everything moves and shit, it looks like an AI depicted video. But I didn't pause it to say that. I'll pause it to say that the darkness, which is Mother, desires to be with the light. The problem is, because so many fragments of her has been taken and misused, that is what's caused so many wars, so many fights, so many deaths, so many life. That is what caused it. And we have to understand this as spiritual beings in this human experience, that we have to take our time in the way we interact with each other. Patience is literally key. We don't have to move fast for everything. We ain't got to rush. We ain't got to rush at all. I got tired of leaning. I wanted to stand straight up. But yeah, we ain't got to rush everything. Like, literally, I paused it where you see like the soccer ball and stuff. Ball is life. Ball is life. And when I say ball is life, a ball is a perfect sphere. It's a perfect circle. As the moment you start to misuse that circle could have lumps or it can just bust. Have you ever seen a basketball that has like titties in it? Those are the most uncomfortable things in the world. Just like when you force somebody to stop flowing. Just like when you force someone to love you. Just like when you try to tell someone what to do when they don't even care about doing it in the first place. Like, I get it if it's a child and I'm only doing this because you shouldn't even force kids to do things. We are all big children. I'm 23 years old and I still act like I'm 11. Because why? Because why would I let go of that version of me if that version of me is the version of me that brings so much life into my life? All right, let me continue.
Consequently, Earth serves as a pivotal point in the energetic fabric of creation, making the events occurring here during this time profoundly influential throughout the cosmos.
Beautiful.
To facilitate healing and love, we must bring these energies to Earth at this level of density.
Yes.
This is essential for Mother Earth Gaia to renegotiate the trauma she endured from the beginning and to heal the long-standing wounds she has carried. Once,
literally, as above, so below. Everything that she has encountered above, away from this plane, away from other planets, before other planets were even created, the Divine Mother went through trauma. And in that trauma, she found a masculine source, which is literally just a version of her that she interacted with. And after them two created a being, that being utilized that feminine energy for the wrong reasons. I ain't blaming that energy for it. I'm just simply explaining it so we can all have an understanding of the origin, or at least this video's depiction of the origin. I feel like it's really spot on because, you know, I can go in multiple different directions as saying like names and titles, but I don't want to not only lose y'all, but get confused with my own self because I don't know all of it, but I know a good, you know what I'm saying? I do my research too, you know, so understand that everything is as above, so below. Everything happens for a reason. Nothing is just for no reason. Everything is esoteric. Everything is esoteric.
Gaia achieves this healing, it will trigger a cascading effect, enabling the entire creation to heal due to its interconnected and holographic nature. During this process, as the healing light of the prime creator pair reaches the most long-lost parts of Mother, a transformation happening within us right now as we renegotiate our own trauma. The gap created in the initial explosion, the entry point for the void, will gradually close. Upon the completion of this process, true unity will once again envelop the multiverse, a wholeness that is individuated yet not fragmented. While the option of duality will still exist, the void will return outside of creation and union will return to its origin, this time with countless co-creators, us. With the conclusion of this healing, all of creation will be liberated from the chains of traumatic imprinting and karma, opening the doors to explore genuinely new territories. To comprehend the multiverse and the beings dwelling within countless universes, one must grasp the concept of the 7 densities of creation, distinct dimensions that provide context to diverse experiences for individualized souls. Each life form resonates at a specific density, and some possess the ability to transition between these dimensional states. Some theories discuss 12, 15, or even 144 dimensions. Others derive from religious scriptures detailing realms like heaven, earth, hell, purgatory, and limbo. Here, the term density will be used instead of dimension to avoid confusion with geometrical conceptions. Density refers to the vibrational frequency of atomic and subatomic structures. The ensuing description of densities is inspired by the law of one. The first density or dimension of consciousness is comprised for earth and water. It serves as a limited experience for all souls with little to no self-awareness. This dimension is also for other forms of consciousness, the second density of consciousness. All souls partake in after the first density are plants and animals. Higher beings like domestic pets or revered trees can evolve into the third density beings with help from humans on Earth, and other 3D being extraterrestrials on other planets.
That dude look fire. He look drippy as shit. I ain't gonna lie. That is hard. Yo, that's twin. That's hard. He's like low-key grayish blue, but like more of a blue hue with blue eyes and blue locks. I ain't gonna lie. If I was to like, have y'all seen like the second Spider-Man across the second Spider-Man across the damn my words. Have y'all seen the second Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse? I ain't gonna lie. The guy that had like the rock band stuff, you know who I'm talking about. He reminds me of like a cool version that don't give a fuck about nothing in his Spider-Man. This man reminds me of a cool version of humans that don't give a fuck about nothing but healing. Literally. He embodies the black and white and native energy. The locks, native. The black, the big ass forehead. And then the white, the long nose. You know what I'm saying? He embodies all 3. All right, let me real talk, do a little recap of what he just said. The first dimension is the elements. Water, earth, fire, and air. That is the dimension you have little to no consciousness. You're just a flow. You're just a being. You're stationary with everything else, but you're also moving when you are supposed to move. So if I was to, I got this thing from like, TikTok, for instance, the CMOS thing, and this itself is a consciousness. This is a whole state of consciousness, and because it is in a material form and it doesn't move or change its shape at all, this is a first dimensional concept. That's what this is. Just think about it. Well, process that. I'm gonna work on doing it more often. All right, let's continue.
Our third physical density is the third dimension where self-awareness and choice are the hallmarks.
Yep.
This is where humanity predominantly exists, faced with the core choice between self-service and service to others.
What AI?
The fourth density is consciousness of unconditional love, where beings recognize co-creation and evolve as communities, entities with the perfect civilizations and thriving worlds.
That's beautiful.
The fifth density and dimension focuses on individual wisdom while working with the tapestry of all creation. Many humanoid extraterrestrials have evolved or were born into this density. It is the magical density, where cosmic powers intertwine into the physical realm, creating castles and planets just from one's thoughts, much like the video game Minecraft. In the sixth density, the realm of unity consciousness resides. Polarities merge, and it becomes the domain of archangels and ascended masters with cosmic powers such as the Lords of Cycles, who reside over reincarnation cycles of lower densities. The seventh density and dimension consists of total union with Source, the creator of all. Here, everything merges into pure oneness, the layer outside the matrix. Although some expansions didn't succeed, they paved the way for future attempts, building a foundation of learning and understanding. We trust that this episode enhances your comprehension of the authentic cosmic origins of the multiverse and the forgotten inception of mother and father consciousness.
Have you ever seen fairies before? Y'all saw they just showed them fairies, right? I'm just saying, I've seen a couple fairies. I don't know if y'all have. I'm gonna continue.
In the upcoming episode of Cosmic Genesis, we will embark on a journey to explore the first initial inhabitants of our universe and galaxies, further delving into the chronicles of the enigmatic history within our cosmos. May the eternal light forever guide your path.
All right, man. Shout out Astral Legends. Thank y'all so much. I don't even know why I didn't subscribe. I'm gonna subscribe and like the video. Wow, that is beautiful. This video was so beautiful, so encouraging, so recharging, reassuring, and just definitely like a mind opener for sure. A mind opener for sure. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed the heck out of it. And one of the things I want us to recap on, just one thing, I'm not going to go through all of them because I got to make them into clips and I'm the only one who edited my videos. So we're going to make this easier for self. Understand this. Everything around you is a version of you. Everything outside of you is a version of you. Everything inside of you matters because everything inside is also outside. You want water because you are feeling like you are lacking water inside of you, so you consume it. You want a relationship so you can know what it's like to experience a relationship with yourself. You want food because your body is like, yo, I ain't gonna cap, I feel empty. Fill me up. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. And once again, like this video. Comment down any question that you may have because, you know, I do a lot of study within the inner world, tapping into how I can better my inner self so that the world outside of me can be easier to obtain knowledge in and awareness in. So if you have any questions for me, definitely put them in the comment section. Pretty soon I'm gonna do a Q&A. I hope y'all be, not even I hope, forget that. Pretty soon I'm gonna do a Q&A and the questions y'all write down, I'm gonna be willing to get on here and answer for y'all. So once again, peace and love to you. Jared Ciinco is in the building and now we about to slide out. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for watching again. See y'all in the next one. Peace.